Hey everybody, welcome back to the after show. So we have not a special guest, but he is kind of special. Wait, that came out wrong. Hold up, a repeat guest. I meant special in a nice way. We had good feedback about our last episode where Jesse was on and we had some conversations about friendships and relationships and whatnot. And so we invited Jesse back. And so we're going to continue on with some other topics. Welcome back, Jesse. Thank you.
Hey,
Well,
Jesse.
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
So,
You're welcome.
Jesse, I am going to apologize up front. If you look at all of our name tags on our videos,
I see it. I see it. I see it.
But I did that purposely because that's what Cindy called you in the last episode. And I felt bad about it. Like, and Cindy will tell you, like, I was like, you were so mean to your best friend. That's like, you like really let him have it. And so I don't really think you're a man whore. I was having fun with the name tags and I put you man whore. But yay, Jesse's back.
Yeah, she's super mean, and she calls you gay all the time.
But you know what? That's because that's out of love. I tease everybody that I love, including all my close best friends.
But you are gay, Ricky.
You missed the punchline.
You just call a spade. Gay.
I don't think you're gay at all.
Bro, he said I call you gay all the time.
Oh, me? Did I miss it?
Yeah. So I just call a
But
spade.
that's like obvious. I don't get it. What's the punchline?
Same with the man whore. Same. It's obvious.
Okay. Oh shit! Like I'm blind today.
That reminds me of a story when I used to work with I was a coworker. I could say even a friend. He's gay. He's like flamboyant gay. And one day I sat down.
Like worse than me?
Huh? Not like like no. Well, hear me out. So one day I sit down with a straight face and I go, hey man, you're real cool and everything, but can I tell you something without taking it the wrong way? He's like, yeah, what? I was like, sometimes the way you act, I think you're gay. And it's so funny because he's so flamboyant, you know what I mean? So I don't know, that was funnier in person. So that's my
No, it was funny. Like he was obviously gay and you're like,
yeah.
I think you need to come out of the closet because I think you might be gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the straightest face. I go, hey man, don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes I'm like, I think you're like gay or something, man.
Like super fucking gay.
Yeah, he's
Got
like,
it. Okay.
He's like, duh.
So no, that's funny. So Cindy and I joke around about a couple of the situations that we had in the workplace when we first met. The first time Cindy met me, she thought I was straight, and she
I knew it.
had
I knew
a
you
crush.
were
Supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but she thought I was good looking or whatever the fuck. I don't remember your words, but she thought I was straight, and she came over because she was my OJT coach, which means on the job training. I'm the new hire. She's my coach, trainer, whatever. So she's coming over for whatever reason of her influence. But I had Care Bears up around my cubicle, and one of them was up on the top as opposed to the others. And she asked about it, and I said, "Oh, my Care Bears tell you what my."
No. I came over to answer a question.
Well, yeah, because I wanted you to come over because I liked you, but not like that.
And you were like, oh, have you seen my Care Bears? These tell my mood. So this blue one is when.
That was what I was about to say.
What happened?
And where did our guest go? How rude.
I guess we were not entertaining enough.
Okay.
Well, let me just keep telling my story. So one of them was blue. He went to go get
You're forgiven.
Touche.
I was like rude. He just left the conversation.
Okay. So anyway, so I went to go answer a question at work for Ricky, and he had all these fucking Care Bears, and he was like, oh, look at these Care Bears. They tell my mood. So like this blue one is when I'm sad.
And it's not the blue one. It has a thing on the front that tells you the fucking mood.
And this yellow one is when I'm happy, and this devil one is when don't fuck with me. So if you see this devil one, I'm like, oh fuck, he's gay.
I
like
thought I was doing everybody a favor by telling them what mood I was in that day, so if they know when to fuck with me.
Like being completely transparent, I didn't know that you were gay when I first saw you, and you know, you're a Hispanic guy, like you're attractive, you're a good-looking dude. I was like, you know, I was on the prowl.
Aw.
Jesse, wouldn't you be attracted to Ricky?
Shut up, stupid.
On the spot.
Anyway, so Cindy and I became really good friends after she realized I was gay. She friend zoned me. Or maybe I did that to you.
So Jesse, we have a question for you, a fan question. We got a fan question for you after somebody watched our video. Okay?
Okay.
What do you think is overconfident for a lady? Like
for a lady?
Yes.
No, actually, not just a lady.
Okay.
It was generalized from a lady's perspective.
You're right.
After that, I kind of wanted to get full aspect of it, right? Overconfident as a human being. Woman,
right. What do you think is overconfident?
Person, man, it like whatever on the spectrum of human, right?
Yes. Go.
What's overconfidence?
Yes.
Yeah, like you. Okay, let me give an example. Let me give a few examples because I know what's fueling this question, right?
Okay.
So I'll give one example. Lizzo. Are you familiar with the artist?
Why men ain't really gonna be right? Truth hurts.
So what Cindy's getting at, and she was bringing it from a female perspective, but I can really relate to it from a gay perspective. However, we want to know what you think about what society thinks is too fat or too thick or too gay or too whatever it is that they shove it in your face and people don't accept it. So they're like, why the hell are they posting that? Like, why are they posting themselves in like skimpy outfits when they obviously are a thicker and juicier body?
Juicy.
Okay,
or maybe
I'll answer that question because it's kind of a deeper question with a lot of variables in it because it could be whether you're gay or whatever. Or
I added that variable though, but she's talking specific to women's body.
Okay, so we're talking about overconfident. I think anytime people can tell that you're wanting the attention and putting that topic out there, then it's too much. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to, what's that word that's used whenever you're trying to really
overcompensating.
Overcompensate, or the minute you make people realize that you're trying to throw it out there, people don't like it. It's not just with attitudes. It's with materialistic things and things that it could be anything that you're putting out there for you to get recognition from. That's not natural. It doesn't happen organically. I think it always turns off. So it could be a guy being confident about, let's say, okay, you guys complimented my arms, but if I was out here really trying to flex on that, then it becomes a turnoff. You know what I mean? Versus you naturally saying, "Hey, Jesse, nice arms," or whatever. Or it could be somebody who's gay and cool, but the minute they're like, just that's all they want to talk about, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You know, like, so the minute you're trying to make that a focal point for attention, I think it's a problem for a lot of people for anything.
Damn, he gave a good
answer. That would be the overconfidence, just overdoing it. Like,
let me tell you, like Jesse is
Cindy, go first. Go ahead.
So let me just tell you. So I gave Jesse the reputation of being a man whore, but he's super equal opportunist. He is. Like, there are a couple of women that I'm like, really? He's like, fuck yeah. They're like,
you just pointed to the beer earlier. Does that mean like beer goggles?
I was pointing to the man whore little name I have on my screen. I don't know.
Oh, but it's on the other side for me. So
Oh,
that's why I was like, why are you
like,
pointing this way when it's this way?
but I have found that like Jesse is just super into confident women. Like if you fucking own your shit and you come in and like you own it, I mean Jesse's into it. So yeah,
Okay,
he's
so let me ask specific questions, and I'm gonna
specific.
be very specific and short, and you be very specific and short in your answer, okay? So, Lizzo, twerking, plus size woman on the internet all the time, and in her music videos. What do you think?
Lizzo?
Lizzo, the big, thick black woman that's wearing skimpy stuff and twerking and showing all
That's
her
what they're
big,
called,
juicy
Lizzos?
body.
Sound like
You
a
haven't
fucking
seen
lizard,
it?
man. I don't
What?
know that.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay,
Okay,
he's not in, okay, let me give you a more relevant analogy.
relevant.
So Adele, so like you just posted recently
Okay, Adele.
Adele's
Yeah.
recent weight loss. So Adele pre weight loss. What if she was like posting videos and pictures of herself like pre like in her fat self, right? Because she was fat, whatever.
Thicker. I hate the word fat, but okay.
Whatever. That's what we are. Okay. So like let's say that she was bigger. Fine. She was fucking bigger than what she is now. So like she posted videos and shit of her being bigger, like twerking and shit, versus now. Like give us your opinion about her posting videos when she was bigger of like her, twerking and whatever.
I mean, again, it's like what I said. Like, if it's somebody who's genuinely having a good time organically and they happen to be obese or fat or whatever you want to call them, I love that. I love people who are comfortable in their own skin. But if you're just going to be doing that, it kind of reminds me of whenever there's a group of girls, there's always a fat one, and she always has the loudest attitude. That I can't stand. So this is no. You're just no. You guys know every group of girl has like that chunky one, and it doesn't matter that she's not as attractive or whatever.
No, that's me too. Now that I thought you were saying something else, but okay, go ahead. Okay, the frumpy one in the group. Okay, I get it. Go ahead.
The 0
But this girl isn't just subtle and having a good time like the rest of the girls. Like you said, Ricky, she's overcompensating with what she perceives to be her lack of looks with a very loud personality. That does get on my nerve because I feel like she shouldn't have to overcompensate.
That's my point, Jesse.
What was that?
That's my point, Jesse. I really feel like we shouldn't, and I say we because I sometimes categorize myself in that area. Like I overcompensate on my personality and my jest ways, I guess, like of being very jovial, I guess, like just like
I think you do overcompensate because you're trying to be one of the guys and you started dating them. What's up with that?
Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. And when I say she, I mean in a good way. I always call guys she. I don't know why. Anyways, no, seriously, Jesse, I do that and I hate that. But I don't know if you've watched any of our previous videos or episodes, but Cindy knows me, and I grew up with straight men, like on the street. Literally, my neighborhood, like all of them were cholos, fucking drug dealers. I never got my ass whooped in my life. I've never felt a beating in my life because those guys had my fucking back. And any guy that wanted to beat my ass had to go through them. And they were all straight.
Lucky.
So like, but at the same time, they called me fag and poto and all this shit out of love, right? But like, they still had my back. So it was kind of like weird for me to balance the whole thing. And so a lot of the times in my head, I have to read the room and I have to think, what Ricky do I have to be today for people to accept me and be tolerant of me?
I think that we all do that,
and I overcompensate that way. That's what I was getting at.
Like, I just don't think that. Like, I don't think that it's overcompensating. I think that we all do that. I think that we all put on a facade. So, like, for example, with me, whenever I'm around a group of professionals, like, I put on a certain facade for that. You know, it sucks that you had to put on a facade for friends, right?
Right.
But I think that we all adapt to the people that we're around, you know?
Yeah.
That's
But
what
at the same time, you don't want to have to do that. You want to be yourself. So you let go. And then all of a sudden you get this fucking backlash because you're in your face being something that a society doesn't think is right. So let's say that I happen to be, because honestly, at this point in my life, I've had so many personas. I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. Like, I've had so many personas. At this point in my life, I am probably the more authentic person that I've ever been in my life because I've gone through the journey. But you have to think about those people that have not gotten to the point where they finally realize who they are and are comfortable, right? So they do overcompensate and they do that extra shit that we're talking about. And then, yes, maybe I may be a plus size person. And yes, maybe I may be a fucking chingame la vista gay type of person. But that's you know, it's what people are gonna judge you no matter what, I guess is what I'm saying. And you don't know.
Ricky? Can I ask you something?
Absolutely.
Are you gay?
Are you gay?
No, absolutely not. I'm married.
No offense, but you seem like you're gay.
No, hey Ricky, like seriously, like I'm hearing you, and I'm gonna tell you one of the most liberating moments in my life that really changed the way I kind of knew what I wanted in my life. There was a moment when I truly, not just saying it, but like when you truly accept yourself. So you're over here having all these facades, and to an extent, like Cindy was saying, you have to socially create these facades to get what you want out of certain groups. I get that. Everybody does that. It's part of being an adult, or even a kid. Everybody does that. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, you seem to have put on a lot of stress on yourself because for these facades. So a lot of that, I think, comes from you having not accepted yourself. You know, so especially in a lot of gay communities, you want this acceptance from society, but deep inside, you don't even accept yourself. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So really, I think it's more of a question of accepting yourself, who you are, whether you're gay or straight, or maybe you're a straight guy who wants to stay single, and that's not socially acceptable, right? So whatever it is you want in life and whoever you want to be, I think you have to accept yourself first, because you can sit here and have this facade and be this 21 different personalities for whoever you feel is going to accept you. But if you don't accept yourself, every time you have a different face, you're going to be betraying yourself, and you're going to feel more and more unhappy about yourself, even though you're doing everything socially perfect. So really, it just comes down to accepting yourself. That's all it is. Absolutely. So I'm asking you right now, Ricky, I know you're at that point in your life. Do you really accept yourself, like really, like through and through as a person, like without a shadow of a doubt?
I can honestly say, Jesse, that today, maybe not a year, even a year ago, or even 2 or 3 years ago, but today I really do, Jesse. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I was on a walk the other day, because, you know, like this whole shit that we're going through right now.
Is it a walk to remember?
No, like on a fucking walk outside of my house, getting the fuck out. But the same shit that you're saying too. But like, no, literally I was out for a walk and I just start thinking about all this shit, and I'm like, fuck everybody. This is who I am. This is what I want to be. And I don't have to fucking explain it. I don't have to make excuses. I don't have to change. And so this is probably the most authentic self that I've ever been in my life. And I hope that I can get more authentic. And I think everybody is like that. It's just hard because I'm molding myself. I am a creation from the day I was born to right now until the day I die. And some of it is me molding myself into the person I'm going to be. And some of it is fake because I'm trying to be the person that I think people want me to be. But today, I think I am more what I am authentically than it is that what people want me to be, if that makes sense. Like it's the seesaw is going more towards authentic. And it's hard because I wish I knew some of this fucking knowledge that I had today back then when I was trying to fucking please everybody else. That's all I have to say about it. But Cindy, does that suffice or fucking?
Yeah, no, it's good. It just means that like crossing that line from just being like empowering to overly doing it is when it's obvious that you want to do it for attention, right?
Right.
Like that's the crossing point is.
But let me ask you this, and be honest, because I will be. Do you feel like the way I act is for attention, or is it my?
You want all the fucking attention, you know it.
No.
Hey,
I know the difference between. I know the difference between me trying to get attention and me trying to be myself. But when you and I are having a interaction, do you feel like I'm on? And do you feel like it's different when other people join? Let's just say Jesse joined the conversation. Do you feel like I act different than if it was just me and you?
I do think that you're more careful about what you say. Let me take my hat off because this is serious. I think that whenever you meet straight people, I think that you're on the defense. And I think that you try extra hard to make them feel comfortable with you.
And you're actually right, because I don't want like a straight person to feel uncomfortable around me, because I felt my whole life like I had to make sure that people were comfortable around me.
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't want them to hate me or.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I don't do that purposely.
Wrong with that, but like, Jesse, do you see a difference between the way that like Ricky interacts with you and the way that, you know, he interacts with me in the normal episodes that you watch all the time?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who cares, dude? Just do your own thing, man. Like seriously.
No, that was my point.
Like seriously, like who cares? Like just do you, man. Like you spend 10 minutes talking about how you feel about how other people and how you feel about your feelings.
And it wasn't even about me, right, Cindy?
No, it's like all I'm saying is like, at some point in life, Ricky, you're really gonna have to come to a realization. And I'm just being straight with you, like.
Oh no, we're going the wrong direction, Jesse. Okay. I've already had that.
I didn't mean to say I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be gay with you. Is that?
No. I've already had that epiphany. Like it's not about me. I'm actually literally talking about my past. That was not where I was going to go.
I wasn't going to go there. I really wasn't. That would have been.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was going to say like I'm good now, but we were actually talking about.
Hey, Ricky. By the way, I think you're gay. Let's come out of the closet. Just kidding.
My thing, Jesse, though, was that Cindy was bringing up this whole confidence thing before you joined the call. Yeah, well, and I told her, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was saying, because we had the question was about overconfidence, but maybe the conversation that you have with yourself should be also about overthinking, because that could lead to a lot of things that a lot of the stuff you're talking about. Are you really trying to find a solution or understanding, or are you overthinking a situation? And you really have to ask yourself that question when you're addressing an issue. Am I overthinking it, or am I talking out loud and not getting to a solution? One of them has a productive outcome. The other one does not. This is why people tend to have issues for long periods of time without any solution, because they're simply overthinking. They're confusing it with actually addressing it. So that's what when I'm watching you and.
How do I address it?
Huh?
How would you address it?
Well, think about
what my situation.
Well, think about what you want in life. You know what I mean? As a
I
human.
just want to be normal. I want to be
Okay.
like every other
Normal.
heterosexual
Then that's your
person.
problem then. You're trying to be normal and nobody's normal.
No, but
That's kind of like somebody saying, I want to be as happy as what I see on social media news feeds. That's a delusional comment.
Can
You're
you
saying you
repeat
want to be
that? Nobody
normal,
is what?
not normal.
How come politics and all these assholes in the world treat me like I'm fucking below them or less than
Who
normal?
treats you? Who treats you bad, right? Who treats you bad? Everybody I know that knows you loves you. Come on.
Oh, because I let them in my world. But there's people outside of my bubble. You guys are awesome.
That's like me worrying about terrorists that hate Americans, so therefore they hate me. I don't feel good about that.
I get you, and I've taken that into consideration. Honestly, Jesse, I have. But it's hard to avoid all of those people, and it's gotten better as an adult because I don't have to fucking be forced into a fucking building with 200 to 3,000 other people, right? Depending on what grade you're in. 200 to 3,000 or whatever like size of the school is, but like it molds you when you're growing up and you're around all these fucking kids that are representing the values of their parents and what they're instilling in them. And some kids don't come out like their parents. I get it.
It sounds like you're not accepting yourself a little bit there, Ricky.
No, what I'm saying, Jesse, is that I accept myself, but I'm fighting for my self.
Ricky,
I don't even know how to explain it.
Ricky, I want you to listen to what you're saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're saying you accept yourself,
I do,
but you want to be normal. Just think about that comment. So you're saying you accept yourself, but what you perceive to be normal is not you. So you will always go around in this little circle, right? You accept yourself, you don't, you're confused, you feel you're alienated from society. So again, this has to be a resolution within yourself. Because if you feed that dog that's going to be about people who hate you and politicians, you will forever be battling that in your life. You really, I'm telling you, Ricky.
And that's not just because you're gay, because I feel that as a divorced woman, as a minority, as a woman, you know, like it's ever, you know what I mean? Like you can always put yourself into that box.
There's so many stigmas and so many stereotypes out there that like it does force some of us into this little.
I have a friend, she's a very good friend of mine, and she's a very like an amazing realtor, and she refuses to post any kind of pictures with her and her partner, her spouse, because she feels that it's going to affect her business, and that's what she chooses to do. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Is that what you're doing, Cindy?
I am.
Is this woman you know that's an amazing realtor? You?
No.
So by the way, Jesse, your arms are looking bigger.
What?
Talk about the angle. See, it's about the lighting.
I think you found the right angle and lighting.
Look at how fat I am, though. Look.
See? Hey, look at that. You got something there. You got something there.
I'm gonna start working out next
week. I got
week.
this too.
Okay, what's the next question? What's the next question? Come on, a good one though, a good one. None of this, I don't accept myself silliness.
Ricky, no. Actually, it wasn't even about me, and I can't believe it turned into me. But actually, I can because I'm a fucking attention
Next question. Do you like teabagging?
No. Wait. Would you like some more tea, Cindy? Do you know what I'm talking about, bitch?
Oh no!
Does he know that? He knows that joke?
No, he just left us.
No, I didn't. I wish I should. I shouldn't have even started this.
Wait, your guns disappeared.
Okay, I have another question for you, Jesse. Speaking from a single man, how do you feel about a single woman with her own place and has a child, like has her own shit going on? Like, does that intimidate you if like she has her shit going on and you don't? Or I mean, okay, hold on, stop. Bad question because you have your shit going on, you own your own house and everything, right? But like if you were to start dating a woman that has her, you know, like whenever I had my own house in River Oaks and stuff like that, like let's say that you started dating a woman and she had her own house and everything, and you wanted to get married, what would you think about that? Is that a turn off that she got all this shit on her own?
Not at all. That's actually a big turn on because, well, let me give you the two-part question, the answer to that. One, the reason you asked that is because a lot of males do have a problem with that, whether they say it or not, non-verbally. They
Yeah.
feel intimidated. They tend to overcompensate with masculinity, like being the masculine part of the relationship. And that is one of the most ignorant things I see people do in society. When somebody has their shit together, if you're uncomfortable with that, then you probably need to get your shit together. That's just what it comes down to.
For sure.
So for me, who I generally have my shit together, doesn't mean that I'm living in the lap of luxury, but you know, I got it together for the most part. So when I meet women who even do better than me, it's just a humongous turn on because typically those conversations are going to be different than girls who do not have their shit together. The affection they give you and it's going to be different than girls who don't have their shit together. So girls who don't have their shit together generally tend to be more clingy and prone to just getting a relationship because they're needing somebody to take care of them. So to me, that's the turnoff because they're not motivated by my charm or how they feel about me or our charisma or what we got going on. They're motivated by financial reasoning, and all that is a turnoff. Whereas somebody who has everything, they got everything together on their own. If they find interest in me, then I know without a shadow of a doubt it's only because she likes me, and that's an amazing turn on.
Can I say something?
He has something to say.
Come on. Okay, so I just had like this analogy in my head that came up. So it's like, okay, how much effort and time do you have to put into this, right? Person. So if you think about it from a landscaping perspective, right? So I have this big backyard that I want to fill with lots of flowers and plants and trees and whatever, and make it real beautiful, right?
I dig it.
Okay. Am I willing to wait for this person to grow into this beautiful plant, beautiful tree that's full grown and blossom and like fully mature? Or do I want a starter plant or tree that I am going to help nurture and grow into this person that I want? And that's the problem, that some people don't know what they want. Do they want somebody that's already established, has money? You don't have to worry about it. They're already like past all that bullshit of, immaturity or whatever, right?
Yeah, I see
Or
where
do
you're
you
going
want
with
to
that.
invest early and get the cheap investment of buying that 1 gallon plant that you can nurture and grow and tame into this, trim to this beautiful rose bush?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
referring,
there's 2 options.
yeah, you're referring to the type of girl, or in my case, the girls that say, I want to build with somebody, right? That's what you're referring to. The people who are fixated and who fantasize the idea of building with somebody.
Right.
And then there's individuals like me who are very, very fundamentally prone to being attracted to people who did it for themselves. Okay? So there's 2 types. People who want to build with other people. That's more of a fantasy because they feel like because of movies shown to people working together and building together, that's what they romanticize. And in theory, it sounds pretty good. In reality, somebody's going to throw somebody in something's face. Case closed. Happens 100% of the time. So you're way better off getting it for yourself, right? And then if somebody else did it for themselves, can you imagine how strong a power couple would be if they have everything together and they have everything together and they come together to walk together, right? This is a couple that's unbreakable. But couples that build together, somebody's gonna feel like they did more than the other, and eventually,
Cindy and I are like saying no.
Huh?
Can I go first, Cindy?
Just saying, that's my point of view.
Okay, no, and I totally get where you're going with much respect, Jesse. However, there's nothing more sexy than your spouse saying, you know what? This is your moment to shine. I am going to be unselfish and let you move up in your career.
Okay.
I'm going to
Well, if you're happy letting somebody give you that permission, well, more power to you. Not me,
my husband did that for me. My husband was 15 years in his career. He's 10 years older than me. So he's already in his career, right?
Yeah, cool.
And no.
You're robbing from the
I'm only 21.
grave.
I'm 21.
You said you were 29 earlier.
Shut up, bitch. Anyways. So, no, that was very awesome. Like, my husband and I did not have a prenup or any type of, like, anything. Because, because my husband quit his 15-year job so that he can move from my 10-year job that I quit to pursue a better opportunity. And we moved across state lines. And it just, I never had anybody do that for me in my life. I never had anybody.
Okay, can I interrupt there? Like, he made
yes,
sure
go.
You made sure that he had a job in Arizona before you moved.
Nope. That's not true, Cindy.
That's what you told me.
No, Cindy. I moved before him. He didn't have a job. We were literally stressing about this. This was a big stress. Cindy, this was a big stress in our life, and it was a big stress on our marriage. We literally were 3 years or 4 maybe at the most married. And he let us, like, don't get me wrong, I did not do this with like saying we're gonna move. Like, I asked him several times, are you sure you're okay with
Jesse, do you need to get a beer?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, long story short,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying,
was very powerful for me. And so
I thought
Jesse
you had a job in Arizona before you moved. That's what I thought.
No.
Okay.
I lived in Arizona for 3 months before John joined me.
Okay. So
and it was very, and he accepted a contractor job.
I remember that.
Was not even like a permanent job or full benefits.
I remember
it was let's see how you do, and if you do it, then they'll hire you permanently. Like, and now he's with Intel, which is a permanent job and a very good paying job. But like, the point I'm getting at, Jesse, is that I gave him the option before we moved to elevate my career, where I wanted to be equivalent to his career because he was making more money than me. And this was after marriage, of course, but he allowed me to persevere by giving up his long ass fucking tenure at this job. And now both of us are making pretty much equal money now, but before it was like this. He was making a lot more money than me. So what I'm saying is, no, and I respect your answer. I'm not like putting it down at all. And I don't think that any path is the wrong way. But what I'm saying is, in my experience, I had the opportunity to be elevated by my partner. And that's what really turned me on. And like, not even turned me on in a way, but like a sexual way, but like really solidified and like cemented our marriage. Sorry. That's a lot.
So for me, I knew like Santos made a lot of money and everything. I'm so drunk right now. But anyways, I honestly feel bad that Santos, like in an entire week, he'll put in like 85 hours, right? And he'll make what I made in like 2 days.
Yeah, but can I say something, Cindy?
Yeah.
You're putting your hours against his hours
Yeah.
with work.
Right.
But men don't put the same hours as women. And I know this because I'm a mama's boy and I love women.
No, you don't.
If you compare women, well, not the way you do, Jesse, but I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy. If you compare like hours to hours of work in a day, a woman puts more hours in a day than a man does because they're a fucking mother and they have to do all that momming on top of the regular work. And I'm not kissing her ass because I can talk shit about Cindy all the time and I could talk about her lighting and her makeup and all this shit. I love you. But I respect this woman because not only is she a mother fucker, but she's a fucking boss bitch. And I respect her for that. Because I don't have that extra responsibility of fucking having to take care of kids and have everything else that a man has.
Jesse, when was the last time you cried?
I don't smoke crack.
When you don't cry with crack.
Oh, it's all like once you smoke crack pipe, but like, well, I don't.
When was the last time you cried?
Oh, cried? Oh, well, I don't know. That is a very weird question. I don't know. I don't know. When's the last time I cried? No, that's a stupid question. I don't know. When's the last time I seen Lion King?
What?
When's the last time I seen Lion? It was a joke. Lion King, Mufasa's death.
Okay, I got it. All right, so
my phone's dying, guys. My phone's dying. So just let you know if I cut out, you know what happened. What? That's true. It's true. My phone's dying. If I cut out, you know what happened.
So that's a good segue, Jesse. But this has been a long after show episode of Ella. More to come, and we'll invite Jesse, of course, for future episodes. He's obviously a fan favorite, so we'll bring him on. Fan favorite. Anyways, Jesse, thank you so much.
And I'm glad that I'm making a splash in the gay community. I like that.
A splash? With those big old muscles, you're making a tsunami. Ooh. Anyways, thank you, Jesse, for joining us. And we really appreciate it. Thank you for the support on Ella. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.